Well, good morning, YouTube. Hey guys, it is a Wednesday morning, and we are standing here on Seawall Boulevard and 23rd Street, waiting for the promoters of the Lonestar rally to get here and close down the road, start blocking it off so that we can get moved into place and get set up. Now it's only a little bit after 6 a.m. at the moment. We got up at 5, got the tanks dumped and everything on Goliath and all the electrical unhooked, and then we all caravanned over here. Mike and Alan are here. They all both arrived yesterday. Alan via airplane, Mike via van. And yeah, so now we're at that waiting game. We got to wait for the officials to get here and do their thing. But we had to get over here kind of early to get Goliath in his position, because otherwise it'll get filled up with a bunch of other cars, and then I won't be able to maneuver very easily to get into my spot. But here, I can just pull right out, make the turn, and get into position as soon as they tell me I got the green light. Well, unfortunately, it's a little overcast this morning. Otherwise, we'd be enjoying a really beautiful sunrise over there. Clouds are kind of blocking it some. All right, there come our crews with the fencing, getting ready to shut the street down. All right, 7:42. You see the law enforcement is now blocking off the eastbound traffic on Seawall Boulevard. And it looks like they've blocked off the westbound as well. All right, so Mike just came by and put marks on the ground. You see that's our far corner back there and our next corner right here. Pretty close to where we were last year. We did get pushed back just a couple of feet, which might be good because the gangway last year, remember, we tried to flip it up, it was hitting that light pole and we weren't able to use it. So I think that we're back just a few more feet this time. May make it clear, is what we're hoping for. Anyways, now we're just waiting for them to give us the thumbs up so we can actually pull in and get the truck set. All right, guys, so we are in place. First truck in the street. We were ready. They said go ahead and move in. I'm not really liking the level of it, so I may have to drive it up some blocks and make some adjustments. It's nose down a little bit on the trail. All right, and number 2 to get set is Rick Rack Knick Knack Paddywhack. They're over there getting in place as well. Now, Mike, the gentleman that lays out the venue here, he allowed me to move into place, but he did ask me to wait 30 or 45 minutes before building out, because there's a whole line of other vendors that are down there at the gateway that are kind of waiting to get in here so that they can get parked. So the further out we go, the harder it is for them to get by. So I said, no problem, I just want to get in place and we'll sit here and hang out for a little bit until all the other rigs get in their place. All right, they've opened the gates. Now some of the other big rigs, there's the JP truck, and I think that might be the D&D truck. Not positive there. There comes Bill at Bill's Trailer Sales pulling in now too. All right, Chip has arrived and we're starting to unload a few things. So I've got my couple tools I need, get ready to go upstairs and start the aerial part of our project. All right, Rick Rack is getting their awning set up and we are now working on ours. Framework on Goliath is going up. Al and I have got the awning itself up here ready to go. Just waiting for the guys to get the legs in place. One done and one to go. From here you can see the vendors in the park already set up, and the rest of the big rigs on Seawall setting up. All right, with the awnings up, the guys are starting to unload the heavy stuff out of the trailer, and we're gonna start setting up the display area. All right, it's just about 3 o'clock. We've actually been done for the most part for quite a while. Like 1:30, we were like 90% done. Took a break. We're pretty much all set up and ready to go. We are just waiting for them to run us power so we can plug in. So we don't have any electricity just yet. And we're not putting the signs out until tomorrow morning, just because right now there's a lot of vendors and people pulling up and down this aisleway so they get set up. And it's not very wide, so we're trying to keep it somewhat open and have that stuff out of the way. All right, guys, so it is about 5:45 right now. They still haven't brought us any power. The sun's going down, and we're just plain and simple tired of waiting, and we're hungry. So there's another taco joint on this island that we found last year that was really good. So I think we're gonna head over there and get some tacos. Hi guys, so Tequilo's Tex-Mex Cantina, we came here last year. It was Katie, Talon, and I. We sat outside, but all the tables outside are kind of full, and it's really noisy out there right now. But this place is really good, and we liked it a lot. So yeah, trying it again. Well guys, how time flies. It's now like 9:30 at night. After dinner, Katie and I ran over to Walmart just to get some groceries and stuff to get us through the week. We're open late enough here that there is no going out to dinner when we're working the Galveston show. Contract says we're supposed to be open till 11 o'clock at night, and we're not usually open all the way till 11, but we have been on a few occasions. Usually 9:30 we'll start kind of closing things up. But either way, we're not gonna like go out and eat dinner at that point. We've usually already had dinner by that time, so Katie cooks here or makes sandwiches or whatever. So we just want to make sure to have the adequate supplies to be able to do so. They finally turned our power on at 8:15. Katie and I were still at Walmart, and Alan texted me that the lights came on because we had it plugged in. They just hadn't fired the generator up. So now we've got power. It's small power. What I mean by that is it's not the big 50 amp that we get a lot of places. It's two 20 amp 110 outlets. So the trailer's plugged into one, Goliath is plugged into the other. And with the battery backup in Goliath, it should be fine. We've done it many times. We have had trouble with the trailer though, because when the air compressor kicks on, if they got fans and lights and a couple other things on, sometimes it'll overwhelm just that. So we may have to see how that works tomorrow and maybe change things over a little bit and just put the compressor on its own circuit if we can. I don't know that there's a circuit available for that or not. All right guys, before we end this video, I'd like to remind you once again to please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, give it the thumbs up, and share with your friends and family. We are trying to get to 25,000 subscribers before the end of this season. Now, this is the last rally of the season, and I just checked before recording this segment. We are at 24,645 subscribers. We need 355, like really fast. I think it would be completely awesome if we could make that happen in the next 4 days, and it is possible. Yeah, it's going to take almost 100 of you every day to do that. But if you're watching this video right now and you like this content and you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so. You know, I look at the analytics every once in a while, not very often, but it seems that like 60% of the people that watch the videos are not subscribed. If you're watching it, subscribe. It really helps us a lot. Mostly just as like a monetary goal. It doesn't actually help us financially or anything, but it just makes us feel better about what we do, kind of motivates us to keep continuing doing it. So seriously, right now, stop what you're doing, hit the subscribe button right now. And if you're gonna be in the Galveston area and you need a service on your motorcycle and you wanna help support us, please come out and do so. The weather this weekend is supposed to be absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's probably the best weather we've seen here in many, many years. So hopefully we will see some really good sales off of this. And we need it because, as I mentioned in the video the other day, this is one of the rallies that's kind of on our chopping block. I mean, we're thinking about cutting it because we can't justify the expenses. It costs a lot of money to come here and the sales just don't reflect it. But understand, it's got to make sense. I want to continue doing it. Katie and I love being on this island. We like coming out here. We love the history of Galveston. It's just cool. But the money's got to make sense. And we pay more money here in rent for our 4 days, well, 5 if you count setup day, than we do for Sturgis, when we get 16 days of sales there, right? And we still only do a quarter of the sales here of a bad year in Sturgis, even less than a really good year like we had this year. So the numbers just don't jive. This is a very expensive rally to do for all of the vendors. Yeah, our labor costs are a little bit lower because I'm only paying the guys for 5 days instead of 18 days, right? And the fuel cost is a little bit lower, but that rent really kills us, and the roads are really rough. It kind of beats the crap out of our equipment getting out here, but I'm willing to continue doing that. I want to continue doing that, but it's got to make sense. You know, a couple years ago, we thought about killing Laconia because it just wasn't making sense. And then all of a sudden, those sales started doing very, very well, and we're going to continue to do that. And I'm really hoping that we'll continue to do this, but it takes sales. And so if you guys need the service done, we offer the service for a much better price than most of your local shops or even definitely your dealerships. So it just makes sense. Come out and see us. We treat you like family. We'll get it done for you at a lower cost, and it helps support the business and keep us coming out here. Anyway, I feel like I've talked your ear off enough now, so I'm gonna let you guys go. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next time I see you, keep those engines running.